He might not look it, but this is one of the most powerful and influential men in British politics. But he wasn't elected by the people.
Good morning, Mr. Cummings.
His name is Dominic Cummings, and he is the personal advisor to British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Until very recently, Dominic seemed to be untouchable. No one outside the government seemed to like him and what he was doing, but they couldn't do anything about it. Now he is in danger of losing his job. The people and the media are demanding his resignation. In this video, I'm going to explain why they are doing that and why he shouldn't lose his job. On March the 27th, Dominic Cummings was seen leaving the Prime Minister's home in London. He suspected he had contracted the coronavirus. At this time, the United Kingdom was in a period of very strict lockdown. One of the rules was that people should not travel to visit members of their family.
You should not be meeting family members who do not live in your home.
However, Dominic Cummings did exactly that. On March the 31st, police in the northeast of England were informed that Dominic had travelled 440 kilometres from London to Durham, where Dominic's parents live. The reason he gave for the journey was to leave his young child with Dominic's parents in case he and his wife became very ill with the virus. In the same time period that Dominic was breaking the lockdown restrictions, Ismail Mohammed Abdul Wahab died from COVID-19 in London. He was just 13 years old. Because of the restrictions, his mother could not be with her young son when he was dying, and she could not attend his funeral when he was buried on April the 3rd. 9 days after his burial, Dominic was allegedly seen walking in a town close to Durham. All of this happened when he suspected he had the virus. Ordinary people in the United Kingdom have made great sacrifice to stop the spread of the virus. They think about those sacrifices and of those of Ismail's mother, and they are angry with Dominic Cummings.
Resign!
Very angry.
You should not be meeting family members who do not live in your home.
I can't breathe without this.
I have 3 kids at home and a husband. I can't think.
One of the hardest, cruelest parts of all this is burying the dead. The fact that
They are also very angry with Boris Johnson, who has supported Dominic.
That in every respect he has acted responsibly and legally and with integrity.
The mood in the UK is that the government message of social distancing has been weakened by Johnson's comments. It has become difficult to threaten people with arrest if the Prime Minister supports people who...
He followed the instincts of every father and every parent.
Of course, it is the police who should decide if a crime has been committed and needs to be investigated. It is not the decision of the Prime Minister, or at least it shouldn't be. The British people are calling for Dominic Cummings' resignation, but here's why I don't want that to happen. Dominic Cummings will not be harmed by a resignation. He will not become unemployed and have to register at a job centre. He won't need to claim welfare support. There will be some embarrassment for the Prime Minister, a few difficult questions to answer.
I will, don't forget,
But then the incident will be forgotten. Dominic knows a lot of influential people. It is not beyond the imagination that Boris could call Trump and say, "Can you help my friend Dominic?" "Yeah, sure. Send him over here. We'll make him chief European media consultant. Lots of money, very nice apartment in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much." I would like to see Dominic Cummings stay where he is. I would like the police to investigate this alleged crime. I would like them to arrest him, take his fingerprints and DNA. I would like them to keep his details on record. I would like Dominic Cummings to have to go through the due process of law. If he is found guilty, I would like him imprisoned or fined. The British people are condemning the government for having one rule for the people and another for the elite. But the British people themselves are operating in the same way. Fines and imprisonment for the ordinary people, resignation and a very well-paid job a few months later for the powerful.